Welcome back to Muscle Mommies. My name is Audive.
My name is Nona.
And we're happy to have you back. Today's episode 41, we're going to talk about, we have a few like subtopics to discuss, but the big like main topic is what the gym is going to give you outside of physical gains.
Yes.
And if you want to take us away, Nona.
Where should we go? Okay, so basically, I think people who stay consistent with the gym, like, they're in it for life. And this is why. And that's why, like, I don't know, people who go to the gym they glow in a different way, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
And this is why. So when you go to the gym, yeah, you get a nice body and stuff like that, but you also hit these pillars. And one of these pillars would be like discipline, right? So what is discipline to you?
To me, you're asking me. Discipline to me is, so I think discipline is a little bit of an emotional intelligence. So I think emotional intelligence is like realizing what your feelings are and what the reality is and being able to separate them. So discipline is like not having motivation but doing it anyway because you know you have to, right? So it's like being aware that I don't feel like doing this right now, but being aware that this is good for me. Not only that, maybe sometimes I need to be doing this. This is a responsibility of mine. This is something I owe myself. So to separate those like wants and have tos and be able to have that like fine line between them and do things when you don't feel like doing them. That's what I think discipline is.
Yeah. And then what's that one thing that we were talking about earlier about how discipline comes from self-love?
Right.
Yeah. So basically, you know how you wake up in the morning and you're like, ugh, I have to make my bed. Or like we saw this TikTok and this girl was like talking about this in depth, but she was like, replace like, ugh, I have to clean my room to I deserve to have a clean space. Or like, oh, I have to go work out to like, I deserve to, you know, maintain my health. Like I deserve to look and feel good, you know?
Right.
So these like hard things or these like little battles that you have to have daily in your life, like switch your perspective. And that is discipline in itself, you know? It's like, yeah, those early mornings I have to get up and go to the gym. Yeah, it's hard, but it's like, I deserve to feel good and look good, you know?
Yeah, that mindset switch is even discipline. Like you're deciding to switch your mindset to do the things that are a little hard to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another thing about like I get to move my body, right? Like this is a perspective that hit me a few years ago, but I want to share it with you guys and Nona, like, and hopefully like this can maybe inspire somebody. So I don't know like what your family's like health conditions are, okay? But my family is like full of immigrants, right? And a lot of my family members suffer a lot of health conditions. I'm talking heart problems, diabetes, like, and I see the toll it takes on them every day, right? And I see them, first of all, like, I wish I feel helpless. I'm like, damn, I wish I could have done something. And then something clicked in me a couple years ago. I was like, 90% of their health problems would have simply been solved with active movement daily, right? It comes from a place of stagnancy that a lot of heart problems come from, health problems. Like, if my aunts just walked 20 minutes a day, literally walking is so healing, especially at an older age, they could have avoided so many of their health problems. And now, like, sometimes they struggle to walk, like, for long periods of times. So I have this perspective where I'm like, I'm lucky I can move, right? Even besides health problems, like, people get old and they can't move the same way. People get old and they need aid, you know, like, eventually to just do things that we take for granted. I don't want to even say granted, but that's the mindset change that I had a couple years ago. And it's just really eye-opening for me. Like, I genuinely am lucky. Like, I get to move my body. Like, it's such a blessing to be able to walk. It's such a blessing to be able to lift heavy, you know? Like, some people genuinely don't have that opportunity, you know? Like, there could be hundreds of reasons why. And so I never want to take that for granted. So that always is in the back of my mind. Like, when it's like, oh, this is hard to do, it's like, no, yeah, it's hard to do, I agree, but I get to do it. Like, that's cool, you know?
Exactly. Movement is energy.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
energizing. And you know what? I'm happy that we're talking about this because my brother, right? He's the one who got me into weightlifting. He used to weightlift and stuff like that.
Me too, by the way.
Recently, he's been doing Muay Thai. And he told me this. He was like, I feel so much more alive when I do Muay Thai, which is like
Fast movement.
task movement. It's more like cardio and stuff like that than I did with weightlifting. And he lost so much weight.
No one is ready for that argument though, especially like lifters, because we love it so much. This is why I say like you have to keep cardio in your regime. One, it's good for your heart, but two, I think cardio heals, like movement, walking, running heals in ways that like just picking up weights doesn't, because it's your heart. It's like your cardiovascular system is working and healing and getting stronger in ways that doesn't happen with lifting. And we love lifting so much that people will be like, oh, it's the head rush, it's the how locked in you have to be, you know what I'm saying? It's like a different kind of like therapy to weightlift, but it's like you cannot forget that cardio.
Exactly.
And I heard everyone say, even me, like the serotonin I feel after a run is so different. Like that's why I'll never remove it from my regime. Like even though it's like sometimes hard to be sprinting, to be running, it's like I know that high, that happiness post cardio, and even just like on my cardio days is just different.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's just, I don't know, it's like a runner's high, you know, like any sort of cardio. And I don't know, it just feels good. It feels like when you do cardio, you just feel like alive. Yes. Weightlifting doesn't make me feel alive.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Weightlifting makes me feel strong and good, but cardio is the one that just...
Yeah, and weightlifting, you know what it does for me? It's like it makes me feel strong, it makes me feel powerful, and it gives me like a moment of like clarity. Like there's like rest, there's like a connection to the weight. It's a form of mindfulness. It is, you know? It is. Yeah, it's a form of like being in the moment, present, which is always relaxing. It's like after I meditate, it's like, yeah, I'm not training my heart, so I don't get that same kind of like health benefits, I think, right? Like physical health benefits. I think there's a lot of like mental health benefits to meditation, which translates to physical health. Like this is another topic, but like it's a form of mindfulness. It's a form of peace. It's a moment of like being in the present. But cardio is a moment of like I swear it's like, it's different. It's like, I feel like I am feeding my body good things when I do cardio. It feels like a good meal. Like, and it feels like so good to be consistent with my cardio. It feels like your heart is happy. Like your heart deserves to be trained so it could stay healthy. Your heart is a muscle, you know?
The most important muscle.
No, actually, literally. And like, it's like the more you do cardio, the more your resting heart rate lowers, the more like that would translate to like less cortisol, like less stress. Like we should have like arguably like a low resting heart rate. Not too low, but it's like really good athletes have like low resting heart rates. You know what I'm saying? So it's like cardio helps with things like that. Like, and then your body's like not just constantly pumping, like your heart's not pumping. It's not like stressed all the time, which is blood pressure, etc. Like that can lead to diabetes. Like so many things come from literally just walking. Also, do you take walks?
I used to be consistent, but I haven't been consistent. And I feel like shit.
Too. No, me too. But here, like, let me ask you.
But
like,
you feel so fresh after a walk.
What does a walk do? Like, it's magical.
It's magical.
And I swear, bro, like, if you do not take walks, you're gonna, like, I know everyone and their mamas has said, go take a walk, and you're just like, okay. Or, like, you hear it, and you're like, I'm gonna do it, but you don't do it, bro. Like, I'm just telling you, like, literally, like, just go outside, just take a walk. Like, dude, take, like, a 10-minute walk and just look outside.
No cell phone, no nothing.
Nothing
just
compares.
Vibe. Bro, you know what I did? Yesterday, I went on a hike.
By yourself?
No, with my friend.
Yeah.
And my neighbor.
Wait, he from here?
Yeah.
Wait, I love that. Please tell me it was the neighbor from the elevator. Like, you guys make amends?
No. Imagine.
The one who ignored you.
I actually saw her again. So awkward.
Damn.
But she ignored me again.
No way.
I think she just ignores everyone.
We keep trying.
We keep trying. You know, we keep trying. We're going to come strong one day. One day I'll get the high from her.
One day you have like a cake. You like wait for her all day in the elevator. You're like, good morning.
Good morning.
It's like a gift.
This for you. No, but I want to hike. And yeah, walking is just so amazing. But if you guys could go hiking like at least once a month, do it. It's such a recharge, bro.
Dude, yes.
It's such a recharge. I just feel like, and you become so happy. You know what? It makes you playful. Wait, I'm just jumping around. It's like my inner child.
Wait, I like that you said that. I feel playful on hikes and walks as well.
I love
like
that.
I'm walking and all of a sudden I'm like, I want to pick this flower.
Yeah.
Like you feel for some reason like I was gonna say young again. We're young, but like young again. Like when I'm on a walk, like I have this urge sometimes. Like I'm like, I just want to run, but not like a run, like get my cardio in, but more like frolic. Like I want to frolic. I feel like that on hikes too. I'm like, I just want to frolic.
I love it.
What kicks in? What is it?
I don't know. But that shows us that like we humans need to reconnect with nature.
Yes.
Like we need to be in nature.
Yes.
It's a human need. You know? And it heals. Like, bro, you can't tell me that an individual who goes hiking consistently is depressed. I don't think that'll be possible.
I don't think so, because you probably wouldn't even want to be going hiking. So like I honestly, dude,
I feel like it just heals you.
Yeah, it's also like a really crazy. Honestly, we're so lucky to be in LA. I say that all the time though. Like we can hike in like waterfalls, we can hike in like deserts, we can like hike in like, we get these like crazy hikes, and there's so many of them. It's like you could go forever and never finish, right? But it's like when you're on that hike, right, and you get to the top of the mountain, it's like the same thing that I was telling you earlier when you like stargaze. You're like, I am so small. Like in moments like that, when you reconnect with like the earth around you, you're like, my problems are so tiny. My issues are so tiny. Like, and it doesn't matter how big they are, they're still small. And that in itself is refreshing, you know? Like every time I look at a really grand view, or I get really up high and I get to like to be on top of a mountain is sort of nuts. That feeling is surreal. And when you look around, you're just like, wait, like none of this matters.
Literally.
Like it matters, right? But none of it like matters to enough to bother me. Like none of it should, you know? Like what life is that in that moment. Like you're looking at like the earth, like you can see cities down, you can see like skyscrapers and stuff, and like it's like, wait, this is like a beautiful life that we live. Like to me, that's what those moments do to me, and I don't do them enough. For me to feel like that, I used to hike all the time. For me to feel like that when I hike and to not do it enough is like I'm playing myself.
Yeah.
Like literally, like to feel that happy, it's like, imagine, exactly like you said, like imagine being a hiker, imagine doing that consistently.
Yeah.
You know, there's these people are probably high on life.
Literally. And they're probably more productive because it's a reset.
Yeah, I agree that it's a reset.
It's a reset, bro. And the crisp air that you smell because you're surrounded by all these beautiful trees and the river flowing.
Yeah, and it's only foot traffic, like there's no like pollution around.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so magical. It's so close. We have so many hikes around here.
Yeah, we're blessed. We're genuinely
so blessed. Literally.
With the weather too, like so you can always go hiking.
Yeah, you know what? It's hiking season right now.
Yeah, because it's like not hot, so you're dying, and it's not raining, so you can like. But dude, there's these hikes in LA, and for anyone who's like SoCal, dude, right post like hard rain, which we should have went recently, right? Like I wonder if it, like I don't know how long it takes to dry up, but we have waterfalls that post rain are so beautiful.
Why don't
like
we go?
They dry up when it's hot, but post rain they waterfall. It's like so beautiful. Like you would go and you'd be like, this is in LA.
We need to go.
I wonder if it's dry. I think I have a hiking app on my phone because I used to be like really into it, where people like constantly post
All Trails
updates. And I think it starts with an H. I don't know if it's All Trails. I think it starts with an H or it starts with a T.
But we should go.
Yeah, we should check and we should go. But yeah, surreal. Hikes are beautiful.
I love it. Oh, what's another thing for?
we tangent so much.
We get like off
Another
topic.
thing about like
fitness.
Yeah, what it gives you outside of physical gains, right? So we said discipline. Another thing that fitness gives you outside of physical gains, I mean, going to the gym consistently at least, I think it gives you a better relationship with yourself.
Oh, yes.
It gives you like...
You know yourself better.
That's exactly it. It gives you this awareness. And that can come from a lot of things than just the gym, right? Like so many things to give you to that, but like being consistent in the gym is definitely one of them. It's like you become very, I don't know, like hyper aware of your body. You become more comfortable with what it's capable of. Not only that, you become, this is a weird one, but this is a big one. You get to know your body more, and you get to know how unaware you are of its capabilities, which is eye-opening. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that. It's that feeling of, this is too heavy for me. There's no way I can pull a 60-pound, and then you do it, and you're like, wait, I am more than I can ever fathom. You know what I'm saying? Those are eye-opening. It's like
everything's possible.
Yes. And it's because like really, like as you start lifting, you will be like, I can't do that. Like that's too heavy, right? And then you start to get comfortable with how far your body can actually go, how far your mind can actually go. You're like running and you're like, I'm going to pass out right now. I can't do another one. And you do another one. You're like, wait a second. maybe I could have done it. So you start to realize how tricky your mind is. How your mind, it's not even that it doesn't do it intentionally, right? It's just like our mind was designed to protect ourselves. So it's like when we're like, oh, like things look hard, things are hard, our mind will probably be like, I don't know if we should. I don't know if we can. And then when you get comfortable like pushing hard in the gym consistently, you get comfortable with the fact of like you get better at negating those thoughts. So it's like that translates to like literally like looking at a dream goal, a dream job, and your mind thinking, wait, I don't know if I'm good enough for that, to you checking it and being like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know how good I am. I probably am good enough. Like, and that's the biggest thing I think the gym has given me, because I started off like, I'm so weak. I'm so skinny. Like, I want to change my strength. And then I stepped in the gym, and how weak I thought I was didn't translate. I was like, I'm relatively strong. Because I was like, I can't even pick up 5 pounds. Like, that's how weak I am. Like, I need to be in here. Like, I don't have the strength. And I got in there and I was like doing 10s, like so quickly. I was doing 15 so quickly. I'm like, wait. I'm dumb. Like, you get aware of how dumb your mind is and how much it doesn't believe in you. So it's like you start to control your mind better. You're just like, I can and I will, you know? And I think that's one of the most beautiful things the gym has given me outside of physical gains.
I want to add on to that. I like how you said you get to learn how to control your mind better. You've realized the power of your mind and your thoughts. Okay, let me tell you. When I do the Stairmaster, right, and I'm like doing sprints or whatever, do these 2 mental things, and then you're gonna realize like how easy it is to like fool your mind and then pursue with your like life or whatever. Do the Stairmaster and act like there's a boulder on your shoulders. You're gonna see how hard it is. Okay.
Wait.
Do the Stairmaster and then quickly switch into the mentality that I'm light as a feather.
Yes.
How light you feel and how easy it feels. Same speed,
dude.
Same like only 10-second difference.
Dude,
it's insane.
It's insane. It's insane how
your thoughts dictate your reality.
Like 100%.
Your thoughts dictate your reality, and I can't stress that enough.
100%. Like, that is so real. It's like when you tell someone sick that they're sick, and they're just sick. You tell someone healthy that they're sick. Like, there's these, like, it's placebo. Placebo is real, you know? And it's because the power of our mind is real. Do you use anything when you're running? Like, this is another mind thing, but it has nothing to do with, like, placebo like that. But, like, I will, like, dude, this is how I make my running so easy. Like, I always do this. I pretend like I'm on a football field.
Oh, my God. Wait, I love that.
Yeah.
It's like a game.
Yeah. So, like, I'm running, and every time I'm sprinting, I'm like, I just got to get to the end of the football field. So it doesn't matter how tired I am. I'm thinking, like, you ever play sports? Yes. And it's like, you always have that wing when you have to sprint in a sport. Like, if you have to sprint, it doesn't matter how exhausted you are, really. Like, you're just going to sprint, and then you're going to be dead after, but you're going to get that sprint done. So it's like when I'm like 12 rounds into my sprints, I'm like, I can't do another one. I'm just constantly, like, as soon as my feet hit that treadmill, I'm like, I'm in a football game. That's where my mind goes. And I swear, it's like I see like disconnect, right? And it's like you're just like in the football field and I'm just sprinting. And it makes it so much easier. Like, these little like mind visuals and these mind games that you play, like you do, either like enhance your workout, like make it easier. Like, the mind is such a beautiful thing, and you get a better grasp on it when you go to the gym. And it translates, like,
literally,
that hold you have on your mind. Like, you, like, naturally you'd be like, wait, if I can do it in the gym, I could do it here. If I could do it in the gym, I can act like me washing the dishes is the best time of my life in my head. You know, I can act like I'm at a concert dancing, and you're just dancing and washing the dishes. It's like literally translate.
You know what? This leads to another thing that the
hear.
gym gives you.
Let me hear.
Optimism.
Oh, 100%.
Optimism, because you believe in yourself.
Yes.
So, like, no, it's possible.
Yes.
No, it could be better.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It makes you an optimistic individual.
Yeah, about yourself.
You start loving everything. Like, loving, it's self-love. It's self-love.
Yeah. Another thing about self-love, it's like, we talked about this a little bit before with like self-love and like doing the things that you care about. It's like, we talked about it with confidence, actually. So you showing up like that is like, dude, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, how am I going to prove that I love you, Nona? As a friend, no, genuinely. Like, what are some things?
Stick to your words.
Show up when you need me to.
Actions.
Like, you need help, I'm there. You need
reliable.
Yes. Yep. You got to be a reliable friend, and then outside of that, like, you just have to be like compatible, like with humor, etc. Right? So it's like, when you are reliable to yourself, it's like the same way you would love a friend, like a friend that's always been there for you. Like, what do people say when they say, oh, like, no, she's my best friend? It's like, why? She's been there for me through everything.
Yes.
So when you can do that for yourself, it's like, that's self-love, you know? That's when you have a really good relationship with yourself, because it's like, I've been there through everything. Like, of course you're gonna be there for yourself through everything, but I've showed up through everything. I've showed up to the gym when I felt like crap, the same way I would show up for my friend even though I felt like crap, but she was like, dude, I need to move and I have so much shit that I have to pack, can you come help me? It's like, yeah, you feel bad, like you might not be in the best mood that day, who knows what happened, but you're like, of course. So when you did that for yourself, like, you're untouchable. Like, you are aware, you're like, the relationship you have with yourself is so healthy, because it's like a good friendship. It's like a good friendship.
I agree.
That's the best way I can put it.
It's a wonderful friendship.
Yeah, with yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, you just know no matter what, I'm going to do it.
And you know what? Adding on to that, the independency that you get from lifting, right? Also, like, because you're in the gym, literally, like, all alone, like, fighting demons like, within yourself, right? Like, literally, like, last rep, you're like, oh, I'm going to give up, my muscles burn, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to push through.
Yeah.
And then, like, you take that and you apply it to all, like, aspects of your life. Like, you become independent because you know, like, I could do it. Like, I've proved it to myself. I could do it. So, like, you just love you.
Yeah. You
Self-love.
You, like, know that, like, the capabilities. Like, you're just more of, like, I sort of like the way you said independency, because you're sort of more of, like, confident in your capabilities just by yourself. Like, you don't really, like, okay, it's almost like when you're at the gym, you're on the last rep, you're saying you're pushing, right? Like, before you learn to challenge yourself more and more in the gym, you might think like, oh no, I need help with this last rep. I need help. But the more you learn to push by yourself, you're like, I don't really need that much help. Literally. Like, I can do this by myself.
Yeah.
I can push this hard by myself, and that translates to everything. Like, you're working on a task, a goal, a mission, and you're like, I can get this done.
Literally. And also, like, adding on to that, like, delayed gratification. Because, like, going to the gym, it's hard because, like, you will not see progress for months. Months.
And then you got to pair with good food to see progress.
Yeah. Literally, like, you're literally, like, hauling ass and then no progress for, like, a really long time. Delayed gratification, because you know at the end, you will get what you want to get. And that applies to everything in life. That's why you're going to work harder, or like, that's why, like, if you're in school, like, you're going to study for those tests and all those stuff, because, like, at the end, like, when you get that degree, that's the gratification, you know?
Yeah.
Which is part of discipline, you know?
You know, like, I think like, learning the power of delayed gratification over short-term gratification is the absolute, like, if I could say one thing, the key to life. If you understand that, which the gym can give you, right? Like, the thing is like, all of these beautiful, like, ideologies and mindset things, it's like, that translate to every aspect of your life. It's beautiful because the gym can give you it, which is like what the topic of today is, right? It's like, you don't have to apply these things to everything in your life right off the bat, but it's like, if you learn it in the gym, it's just gonna click a little bit everywhere else. And this is something that I've always wanted to talk about, right? Like, delayed gratification and short-term gratification. It's like, you opting for short-term gratification in your life will only harm you. So if you if you fully really understand, like, how powerful investing in only delayed gratification is, you will level up. And the gym is such a beautiful place to learn that, right? Like, you can't take shortcuts in the gym. You really can't, unless you're, like, crazy genetically gifted. But not only that, it's like, even if you are and you try to take a shortcut, it's like, you will realize in the end, it's like, I could have been way further, like, if I just stayed consistent, if I put in the time to get my results in later. But, like, that concept of, like, short-term gratification, long-term gratification over short-term is like, will save you so many things. It's like, imagine being in a relationship and it ends really poorly, and ends poorly, but as in, like, you break up with this person, but you still really like them. If you opt for short-term gratification and you just go out and you drink because you feel sad, you talk to somebody else who you don't care about because you feel sad, you're texting people to get attention from them to satisfy a void that you have, you're drinking, you're taking drugs, whatever it is, so that you can feel momentary happiness. That's the issue with all of that. The positives you feel from short-term gratification are short-term. Like, it's temporary and it's gone and you hurt again. And not only that, as much as you delay those things, as much as you delay the gratification, the longer lasting it is. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for example, with like the relationship aspect, if you are just opting for these things that satisfy you in the moment after you're feeling low and all of these things, and you do that for months and months and months and months, you have to be naive to think you're never going to have to tackle the issue at hand. So the only thing you do with these short-term gratifications in life, when it comes to the gym, when it comes to your health, your wellness, all of that, is you just delay the inevitable. So you're gonna have to take care of yourself eventually, but you just delay it to the point where it might be irreversible. You might need therapy. You might need, like, now it's way harder for you to take care of yourself versus if when things get hard, you take the long route. You take the route that's not gonna make you happy immediately. Like, if I know my health is in jeopardy, right? And I know my like physical health is in jeopardy, and I know that I have to go to the gym and I have to eat right for 4 months before I see results, versus if I just go get surgery immediately, even though it's like sometimes surgery is recommended by a doctor if you're in a position where it's lethal, but it's like I just go get surgery, right? Now 3 months down the line, I didn't control my eating habits because I didn't learn how to do that. I didn't get good lifting habits or exercise habits because I didn't learn how to do that, and I regained all my weight, and I'm back to square one. And the moment of happiness that came from that surgery that made me feel like, okay, I fixed what I needed to fix in my life is gone, and I don't have the habits to sustain them. But then what about if I go for 4 months? I go for 4 months, and I don't see results the first month, and it's hard. I still feel like crap for the first month. I feel like crap for the second month. And then all of a sudden for the third month, I don't feel so bad. All of a sudden for the fourth month, I don't feel so bad. And now I feel great, and I have the habits, and I have the tricks, and I have the tools to make sure that I keep this for the rest of my life. You get what I'm saying? What comes from like delayed gratification is skills and tools that you will use for the rest of your life. Short-term gratification, all it does for you is literally make you feel good temporary and ruin you later in all aspects of life. Like, and it gets worse the longer you postpone that. So it's like when you learn that delayed gratification is the only way of life, like always choose the hard route. If you are crying and you want to do something bad, you want to do something that just makes you feel good in the moment, just pause and be like, I deserve better. To myself, I deserve better. Let me let me just feel these emotions. Let me feel the difficulty it is to go to the gym all the time and the difficulty it is to not see progress in the beginning. Let me just feel this right now rather than feeling it 50x in 6 months down the line because I just postponed it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Delayed gratification is the little like key to life, literal key to life for me.
I agree. It's so important to learn how to, master it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's like once you like don't give a crap about like short-term gratification, you're done. Like not you're done, like you've won. It's
you're
like
a master of your mind.
Yeah, you're a master of your mind. It's like, yeah, maybe I want to eat this and I know it's bad for me, but it's like I'm not gonna feel good afterwards.
Literally.
It translates to discipline as well. It's like I don't want to go to the gym, but it's like I know that I'm only going to feel good in that moment because I don't want to go to the gym, so I'm going to satisfy that short-term gratification of like, oh, I just want to lay here. But later, I'm going to feel like shit. Later, like when it's nighttime, I'm going to be like, I had so much time. I'm not even sick. I'm not even literally physically tired. Why didn't I go? So it's like when you learn that delayed gratification, like sometimes I'm going to do things and it's not going to feel good, but I'm going to do them anyway because in the end it feels better.
Exactly.
Like you master that. So it's like when you don't want to go to the gym, even though you're like lazy and it feels so good to just like stay in, you're just like, feels good only right now. It's going to feel worse later. And you just get up and you go.
And it's always the days like that you have a great session. You're like, thank God I came.
Yeah, dude, you're like stronger than ever.
Yeah, you feel like revived, like you took a mental shower,
Yeah,
like, damn. Feels good to be alive.
100%.
You walk out that gym, like hopping around.
I love that. I agree with that.
Yeah. What else?
We can maybe discuss the quote that you were talking about.
Which one? The rest?
The one that you sent me. Yeah. I think
Read it.
I'll give it to you to read since you were the one that.
No, read it.
No, I want you to. I want you
to read it. Okay, guys. So.
Is it open?
Yeah. There's this quote that I saw on TikTok, and it's by Earl Mate. And it changed my life forever because I'm always tired, but this explains a lot. So let me read it. This is what it says. Physical rest consists of sleep, stretching, or any activity that keeps the body relaxed. Mental rest consists of anything that keeps you in the moment, like drawing, cooking, meditating, music, or dancing. Emotional rest consists of writing down your thoughts, crying, expressing emotion, or anything that is therapeutic. So if you truly want to feel well rested, there's 3 different types of rest that you need to do in order to feel rested.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes what happens is like you maybe sleep all day and then you wake up and you're like, why do I still feel drained? Well, maybe it was the mental and emotional rest that you had to do, you know?
Yeah, like you just went through like a really tough period of time. Like you're hurt, you're angry, like your mind is not at rest, and you think, okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna
take a
sleep.
nap. Yeah.
But you wake up and guess what? Your mind's still not at rest.
Yeah.
Your body is. So what do you do then? You journal.
You journal.
You meditate.
You maybe draw.
Yeah.
Creativity.
You do something that's mindful, like, and brings you in the present.
Exactly. And I want to like, because I don't know about you, but like sometimes I'll have creative blocks, which is like hard for me to make content and I just can't think of anything. I'm going to start applying that. The 3 rests, because I feel like that'll help with creativity as well.
Wait, I want to say something one more time. It was physical rest is like sleeping. Mental rest is like mindfulness, right? Emotional rest is, okay, like journaling.
Crying it out, expressing
That's
emotions.
another thing. That's a really important one. I don't know, like, if enough people do this. Like, you just gotta feel your emotions sometimes.
That you can't trap it in.
No, it's like sometimes if you want to cry, you just gotta cry.
Let it out.
That is rest. That is peaceful. Or it's like if you're happy,
Express it.
yes, like
Scream it.
Exactly. None of it should be kept in. Like if you're at home and you are happy, like dance it out. Like I don't know, like express it. Like express yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like and even that is peaceful, to let your emotions be your emotions without these like blockages. Like I can't be too happy, I can't be too sad, I can't, you know. And I don't know, I think the three resting thing is like so crazy because it's like a topic we're aware of but not fully like
educated on.
Yes.
Informed about.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Like I knew journaling's good, I knew meditating was good and sleeping was good, but I didn't know why.
Yeah, and it makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense.
How you can sleep and be exhausted. Yeah, it also makes perfect sense, like how you ever, like, I don't know, there's people that I feel like bring you in the present. You ever hang out with people who bring you in the present and then your just mind is at like peace?
Yeah.
You're like
mental rest.
Mental rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like actions that bring you in the moment and in
Yeah.
present bring you to peace. There's people who will like literally like disconnect you from the world and you guys are just together in that moment. And it's like, it's like hiking. Remember how you said like after hiking you come and you feel like your mind is reset?
Like
Why?
a breath of fresh air.
Why do you feel like your mind is reset? Because it's like you're
living in the present.
in that moment. All you were looking at is the view. All you were thinking about was where you walking to next, where you're at right now, like talking to the people around you. You're not thinking about like time. You're not thinking about responsibilities. So you are mindfully in the moment, right? So then you come home and you're like, your mind is like your mind just slept, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, we talked about it earlier and it's like, it ties like perfectly because it's like these things that give you mindfulness and bring you in the present, just like, it's like a nap for your mind.
It is a nap for your mind.
And then you wake up and you're like, wait, I'm awake.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's why meditation is juicy.
So juicy.
I haven't meditated in so long. I'm actually really mad at myself because I used to do it consistently. We gotta like make a promise and do it too.
True.
Let's do it.
Like hold each other on camera. Like I'm gonna text him like, did you
yeah,
meditate
10
today?
minutes in the morning.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
I
in
love
the-
that.
We should really do
We
it.
should do it. It's so good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my brother's been doing this cold plunges.
Yeah, I've been taking cold showers.
Showers.
I'll be honest, like I've skipped like because it was a New Year's resolution. I think I skipped like 5 days because I would like wake up in the morning and like I just didn't have the time to. But yeah, I really like them. You know what I really wish I had, like an ice bath. Like,
Me too.
Yeah,
Like a
like a
real-
plunge.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like all of a sudden I'm just like "Brip," in
Literally.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that would be
But
so nice.
What did your brother think of it?
He loves it.
Yeah.
So he got inspired by Iceman, what's his name? William
Hoffman. Yeah.
Hoff, something like that.
Yeah, he's like the Hoffman method.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
who this guy. Yeah.
So he does this breathing technique, and actually, I like heard about him, but I didn't really know about him, like well researched. But I saw his like little documentary, and his story is really sad. But basically, bro, this man has strong ass immunity because
Yeah.
of like what he does.
Yeah.
And they did a test because none of them would like. I think they injected them with like a virus or something like that, so they could get sick, and their body like literally fought it. Like him and all of his like students.
Wait, yeah.
That's insane.
There's like so many like crazy like
benefits.
Yeah, like talked about benefits about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's such a like it's worth dabbling in, right? Because it's like all of this is sort of like anecdotal. Like we don't have like enough research to say this is 100%, but it's like the science point to it being really good.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't hurt to do it. That's why I really wish I had like an ice bath.
Plunge.
Just plunge.
You know what?
That's like a goal in life.
Yeah. There's these things. I think you can get them from Amazon, but it's like a vertical like barrel made for like ice. Like,
Oh, where can I put it? Like in my shower?
I think you could like maybe put it in your tub, but it's like
but then I
it'll
would
take
have
up
to keep
space.
buying ice.
Ice. Yeah.
Over and over. But isn't that normally what people do? They just buy
Yeah.
ice.
They buy ice.
I could just keep like so many of them in my freezer.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't need that many ice.
Or just like when you want to go to get a cold plunge, just like go down to the market, grab a couple bags of ice.
What is it called? I'm gonna search it. I don't want to search it right now.
I
But
think it's called like on Amazon, just write in like
vertical ice or vertical plunge.
like barrel, like ice plunge barrel.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I'm actually gonna do it, it'd be very cool, like TikTok and stuff.
Yes.
But
yes.
I wish I could make them custom for my size, because then I wouldn't need that much ice. Like I would just need a 5 foot like
Literally.
like it would just be like stacked. I'd be like stepping in the ice.
Yeah.
Wait,
literally.
but I'm actually so down. I'm gonna try it. 100%.
Do it.
I swear.
Do it. I think you'd like it. I think it's more like beneficial for you because it's like, as you said, it's a complete plunge. Go
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
I love that, and I'm down to try it. I'm gonna research and run it.
Do it. Do
Okay.
it.
You wanna wrap it up?
Mm-hmm. You go.
You go. You go.
You
Because I started.
Yeah.
No, I started it. You go.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Muscle Mommies. We hope that this episode brought to some value into your lives. We love you so much.
So much.
So much. Mwah. And if this episode was helpful to you or others, please don't forget to leave a little review on Spotify. And if you're listening on YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and share. We love you so much and we love all of your support. Tag us if you're listening to this. We want to see you. And yeah, DM us about how you felt about this episode.
Yeah. We love you guys, and we love hearing every single like positive, negative, neutral comment you have to say about our topics.
Everything. We are literally the most chill, like down to earth, like
Yeah,
you
don't
don't
be like,
get
I
offended.
hated this episode, you know, like, because obviously if you're reaching out, it's good intentions,
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
saying like, I love this podcast, but I hated this episode.
Literally.
It's like, why? I
Yeah,
love that. Like, let us know
let
what
us
works.
know. Yeah, we don't get hurt. Like, we're just vibing with life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we love you so much.
So much. And we can't wait to see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.